and something makes the sun come out and the flowers grow, and it's not us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the closest thing we have to a god is the sun.
That's interesting.
And there's some energy that comes wherever the
We
direction
are
blows.
children of the sun because we
Children of the
needed
sun?
to survive.
Yeah? Turn the sun off for 3 days, all dead.
Yeah. So
All dead.
there's
And
some
crazy
power
as
in
well.
that. Yeah.
And crazy, like we've all lost the plot.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like the sun switched off with the amount of crazy that's going on in the world right now, but that's a totally different conversation. It's so good to see you, Sunny.
Always.
A fighter that I've got a lot of time for, that always makes a lot of time for me. And I'll never forget that super chat you gave me on my live. And what's his name? Gareth A. Dave was trying to say, oh yeah, I should have probably got half of that.
Well, he's not in my good books.
Oh, isn't he?
No, not at all.
Why? What's happened with him? Are you all right for this too? Because this is recording.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, innit?
My whole life recorded. We live in right now we're in Birmingham. Yeah, I'm from London. My life's been recording since I come out of the hospital and the CCTV got my facial recognition. Let's be real. That's the world we live in now. Might as well be in China.
You and I could go on a deep dive to the depths. But yeah, I'll probably get my YouTube cancelled, to be fair.
Yeah, we could go all the way. Yeah, my Twitter got cancelled, so I know how you feel.
You're joking?
Yeah, so I'm not on Twitter no more.
You've been a bit...
I'm not on it no more. My account got excommunicated. Yeah.
Wow.
And then
John Wick.
I can make another one, but I'd rather just watch now.
So okay.
I just
You're on a ghost.
I'm a spectator.
Ghost thing. I like it. So what happened with my mate Gareth?
Oh nah, because I'll be real. Someone that's always so forthcoming and complimentary and wants to speak for half an hour in hotel lobbies and touch you at every single opportunity. When my fight gets made with someone that's had 7 fights, don't be so quick to dismiss me. Oh, TalkSport, Galal's just been on. The moment he put the phone down, oh, he's gonna beat Sunny. Oh, he's too powerful for him and he's too good. First of all, Gareth knows absolute zero about boxing apart from things he can remember, to quote, yeah. He wouldn't know what a good boxer looks like bang in front of him, let's be really real, yeah. But don't be so dismissive of my 20 years of work. I'm not against someone that's had 7 pro fights. And then you try and keep stroking my shoulder. No. And then a couple people got on to because me, I'm too real. I'll do the work, I'll jump on TalkSport. I had the people that are employing him and telling him, go on, give him some. So that's the reality. Like, not personal gripe, but if professionally, so publicly, you're gonna be so dismissive, I will now make you, at every opportunity given, make you feel how you made me feel in that one little, have an opinion, all you want. But the more dismissive of you are, of me and my ability, then the more offense that can be found in it. You understand?
No, I'll take that on board because I was having this conversation the other day.
And I'm all for opinions. I love opinions. I don't like people sitting on the fence. So it's not the point. It's just, yeah, he's gonna beat Sunny. Yeah, he's too strong for him, he's too powerful. And then 5 days later, he's trying to stroke my shoulder on an interview. Get off, you creep.
Is that what you said?
Well, no, he tried to. I just slipped it and then didn't say bye to him. And then he didn't say nothing to me. He ran around asking everyone, oh, what's the problem? What's the problem? You knew what you said 4 or 5 days ago. You're not naive enough to not understand where this change of how I'm now reciprocating the energy towards you. You're not ignorant enough to know that. And no, it's not, oh my God, I can't believe he said. No, he was very rude and dismissive about the way he said the fight was going. But that's fine, have an opinion. But then don't expect me to jump up on camera and pretend to be your mate, because now I've got a negative thought every single step I'm sat next to you. And that's all that is. So nothing, but probably another time me just showing like, certain parts of the media that it's all right. You can act and say whatever you want. So can I. And that's me doing.
But that's fine. And the thing is, I'm glad you've said that because I'm one of these that's quite biased. Unfortunately, I've got an opinion, but it's good to hear from yourself as a fighter to let us know, actually, we've got feelings,
Of course.
It's okay to have an opinion. No, I'll take that on board myself as media, because the thing is, sometimes I think I'll make a decision, I'll pick a fighter, but I don't think about the consequences or how the other fighter feels just with my opinion. I got told the other day, somebody very experienced in the media said, Abs, you're great, but just keep it neutral, because fighters are sensitive.
Yeah,
And I
then all of
thought,
a
you know
sudden you're not
what?
getting interviews because
Yeah.
you said someone's going to get knocked out.
No, I've never
And it's
said
as simple as
somebody's going to
that.
get knocked out, but yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I've picked sides. But it's good to hear that, Sonny, because sometimes I'm one of these. If someone says it once, yeah, all right, over the head. But within a couple of days, and now you're saying the same thing, I think it's time to take those lessons on board. So I'll take
Yeah.
that. I'll take that on the chin.
Do you know what it is? It's just sometimes it's a bit like, well, okay. Now I know what's in your head, because when you're speaking to me, you're all, you do this and you're so good and you're slick and you just creeping is what it is. But it comes out, the true colours always shine, because what they think about you truly in their head will always come to light. They can't hide it.
Yeah, 100%. That never goes away. But I think this is a very good fight. As soon as I heard it announced, I thought, yeah, I can't pick a side. All I know is that we're going to be entertained because you're both very entertaining fighters and you're similar in some ways when it comes to like the footwork and stuff. But Sonny, it's your show. You're headlining in Birmingham. Talk to us.
Yeah, and I'm excited to be here, to be honest. I mean, as far as bringing a fight to my home venue, it wouldn't be what I chose, but this
Where
fight...
would you have had it?
I would have had a Sheffield Arena.
All right, I
Just
said
because
that,
I've spent 10 years growing, living, breathing that air around there, meeting people at the shops, and everything in between for the last 10 years. So that's where I bring a crowd. But Birmingham was no real stress of mine because a lot of my people are from Brum. A lot. I've got a lot of friends here. A few of them are going to be here today, even more so on the fight week. This fight has got Birmingham excited. And I know because my friends are ringing me going, yo, random people that I don't even know about boxing talking about this fight. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully it's a massive, massive show for Birmingham. I'm here for big British nights. And yes, it would be nice if it was 20 minutes from where I live, but this ain't all that far. I think it's going to be perfect for it, to be honest. And I think sort of maybe as well give me an opportunity to show who I am away, but I don't think anywhere in the UK I really feel like away. Like I've got a little bit of organic support everywhere, I genuinely believe.
I was about to say that, and I know that you've got some support coming up from London. I spoke to Henry Okoli, and he's like said, yeah, he'll be here fight week. Sonny's my guy. You know, he's already started. You know what he's like. He's worse than you when it comes to trolling. But yeah, he's coming up here to show that support as well. But you two have got a little bit of history, and for the fans, the boxing fans that watch my channel that don't know that much about it, can you enlighten us on what the history is between the pair of you? Sorry if you repeat yourself.
Yeah, no worries. Me and Galal, we boxed when I must have been about 19, 20. It was one of my second to last season in the amateurs. I beat him in the semi-finals, and then the next day I beat the GB #1, whatever, and then got myself ABA title and on to GB. Within 6 months of that happening, Galal was the #1 on the squad. Even though me and Harvey Horn had both beaten him. Yeah, me and Harvey Horn were both on the squad, Harvey before both of us. We'd both beaten Galal in consecutive years. And in sparring, I'll be real, I was there. Like me and Harvey had the style for Galal all day, every day, in my opinion. But you know, when you're now trainer, fast forward 8 years, also trained your 2 older brothers, and his brother trained one of your older brothers, he trained the other one of your brothers. And he was all training on GB at this time whilst I was getting on the squad. And then all of a sudden, someone that should have been the third string, was made #1. I didn't get to 1 international tournament before Galal had been to 5, all in this period of 6 months. So Rob had made his decision, Rob had chosen him, Rob had sent him to the qualifiers. My one fight, I beat a Kazakh, 3 times Olympian, 2013 world champion. It was the best win. But I got an injury and I got ruled out by GB. Not, Sonny, do you think you can go on and fight? I got sent to a specialist and said, no, you cannot fight by GB. They wouldn't let me put nothing on my hand. They wouldn't let me punch nothing. They was making me go on squads, yeah? And I had, what was her name? Was her name Charlie? The physio on GB. I had a physio on her only job was hiding around corners and making sure I didn't glove up my right hand. You understand? So I was basically told, no, you can't. And I entered the ABAs the second year out of my own volition. GB didn't want me to do that. They told me not to. They were trying to like bench me. They were trying to say, no, you're injured, stay out for 10, 12 weeks. And I was like, I'm fine. And then they sent him. I had the injury. I was trying to stay on it just in case he didn't qualify and go for the second qualifiers. went in the ABAs, lost a close split decision in the final. Don't think I did lose, but then I turned pro and the rest was history. But I'm not dumb enough and ignorant enough to see all the clear, obvious things that happened right in front of me and just pretend that they didn't happen because people smile and shake my hand. Someone in a room somewhere was sat around orchestrating who was getting number one, and although I beat Galal, it wasn't me. Now, he did very well, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but them same people, right, on the amateurs, in the best gym in the country, EIS, big boxing facilities, 5 or 6 or 7 boxing rings, cameras that 24/7 record every single spar and everything, that have physios on the payroll, have coaches on the payroll, 6-figure salaries are top ones, have all this money done by the government as well, so, and the lottery funded. And that same system is the system I'm still fighting now. Because guess where Galal's still training? In the GB gym. And guess who his trainer is? The head of the GB system now and then 8 years ago. And I'm not supposed to have no gripe about this. Like, I was the man, and every time, it wasn't just, it ended at GB, but it didn't start there. England, every year, they was always trying to pick someone above me, next year I'd beat them, pick someone around me, next year I'd beat them. Like, sending me invitations to camps really late. I'm on holiday, saying, yo, I can't come to the qualifier, to the European qualifier. They went, oh, don't worry, there'll be 2-3 more. Don't worry about it. And by the time I've got back, someone's already been selected on my way. Like, this all happened with my actual storyline of being 6 times national champion in a row. And still, there was always someone else in my face that didn't fit. When we got in the ring, it weren't that no more. Because domestically, until I lost the ABA finals with one hand in the second year, I hadn't lost domestically for about 4, 5, 6 years. And I'd enter every championship and I beat everyone over and over again. And I never got sent to a Worlds, a Europeans, a Youth Commonwealths, a Youth Olympics, nothing. And when I got into GB, the same thing happened. Beat Galal, 6 months later, he's getting sent everything. Fast forward 6, 7, 8 years, he's a 2 times Olympian. I'm a world champion, but I had to do it my own way. And now I'm still going to be getting in the ring, and opposite my corner will probably be Rob, the old head of GB, the old physio doing the cuts and wraps, and then probably 2, one of my, I genuinely think who's going to be in his corner, I'm not sure, one of my old trainers from the amateur days, because then he became a GB coach, and then he still stayed on there, and now he's probably going to get there. So you just tell me how that's fair. But then if I go, I want to go to the Olympics next, I'm getting told I can't. Why? What's the difference? Because the person I'm fighting right now for a world title is training in there. So why can't I? But French, Hassan and Dam can go for France. So why can't I? Why can't I go for the qualifiers? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like it stinks a bit. Like, the whole system stinks. If I want to start, I've got 7, 8 fighters I manage right now. If I wanted to put a stable up, do you know how much it would cost me out of my pocket to get the GB gym?
Talk to me.
I'm talking millions. Have you been inside?
Not yet.
You've never been in a GB gym. Until you've been in there, you don't realise how big it is. Everything's done for them. Food sponsored by them. Equipment, trainers, physios, strength coaches, everything. And now, pros are allowed to come straight out of that system and stay there and train in pro. So why can't I go to the Olympics? Why can't I qualify for the Olympics? There's pros. Beatrice Ferreira, she went. Why can't I go? And the only person in the whole world that can actually answer that question is going to be in my opponent's corner for my next fight.
When you're taking this, well, you know what, I'll ask you, because you know what, you've enlightened me on other stuff. I didn't realise it to that extent. So when you're going into the fight with this, and it's a baggage that you've got with you because there's history, yeah? You know, when they say that people have got baggage, this is your boxing baggage. How does that fuel you for fight night, Sonny? Or fuel you for training the whole camp? I'm mashing up the
Drip.
place, sorry.
Sponsored by Drip. Yeah, Drip. Sponsored by Drip.
How does that, like, prepare you, like, for your camp and stuff and fuel your motivation, I guess?
I'll be real, like, not much in boxing really does that to me, like, any different to another fight.
Even with this? Even with the history?
I just know I've got to be fit and I've got to be sharp and I've got to be ready. You got to remember, forget all the history. Gal's a good fighter. I can't focus on all that stuff. That just is. That just is part of the makeup, what makes this fight interesting. But I can't focus on that. I must focus entirely on the task at hand. And Galal, like, none of that is ever me taking away any bit from Galal. It is just the facts of what happened. What will go down in the history books is what I said, not me guessing. I'm too autistic, not me pretending or imagining or maybe. No. We're both going at the same time. He had left GB to go and compete somewhere 5 times before I went to Finland. So from there I was picked ahead of. And then everything else that's followed. You know what I mean? It's just, it stinks a bit when you had such high aspirations. But like I said, I'm genuinely glad I never went to the Olympics. Genuinely, I couldn't think of anything worse than having the mark of the beast tattooed on my arm. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Fighting Galal, going head to head with him. How do you see the fight going? And I know you can talk about wins and stuff, but there's so much more to this fight than just the fight.
Like, rent's due every single day. And every time me and Galal get in the ring, it's a fight or a spar people would pay to watch. It is genuinely good activity. It's genuinely exciting. And I'll be real, that's another reason why I really wanted to fight, is because I know what he brings out of me, and it's a proper fight. I prefer them. I much prefer a proper fight. I prefer someone that makes me take one, give a few, makes me think, makes me move, makes it physical. Proper fight. Like, it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. So, you know, they're trying to paint this narrative. Oh, is he ready? Is he this and that? He's 3 years older than me. I could pause my whole career, and in 3 years, we'll be walking around the same time on the earth as he is now. So, what do you mean, is he ready? When I jumped up, I went from Thomas Isomba to Moretti. 13 years unbeaten, division #1, world champion, more knockouts than I had fights. Lost 2 I hadn't lost in 13 years. Now that's a fucking step up. Where was all my credit? Oh, is it too soon? I didn't get none of that. I got, when he's old now. I'm still punching holes in everyone. And still would have as well, if I didn't really retire him. He still would have, but apparently that's too ready for me.
But is there a face fits culture in boxing then, Sonny?
100%, 1,000%.
All right then, what is it that makes your face, I guess this is the question, what is it that makes your face fit in boxing to not fit?
I mean, I guess it depends. I feel like my brother's face fitted from the amateurs. From 12, 13, he's going to Olympics, to Europeans and winning gold medals. 12, 13 years old. From then, he's on GB at 15 years old. My brother, yeah. So he didn't even have to win sometimes, and he was still getting sent to the Worlds and Europeans. Now me, I win 6 national titles back to back, and they never sent me nowhere. Nowhere. When I was on GB, because I beat everyone and beat the GB boy, they still didn't send me nowhere. And when they did, I did something. So I don't know, maybe it's, you've promised something in the future. I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe it's just, oh, you're from the same city. I've got a longer relationship with you. Yada, yada, yada. I prefer you more. You're more similar to me.
It's personal,
maybe you listen to me.
Than business and strategic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why my face never fit anywhere. I don't know. But I made it.
Is that why you're a bit of a rebel, do you think?
Yeah, but
when I say a rebel, I'd say probably.
Do you know what? And I think, do you know why my face didn't fit? Do you know why my face didn't fit? Because no matter I was winning, I just didn't listen to what they were saying. Because I'm training for years with my coaches, and then come meet these coaches for maybe a couple of days on like a little England camp, and then we go away somewhere, and now they're in my corner because they're getting paid to do so. And you want me to listen to everything you're saying? You don't even know what you're saying. All the good coaches won't go up on GB, in my opinion, or England, in my opinion, because it's different. You're not a coach no more. Not the same way. You're not someone's mentor. You're not their everything. They've got someone above them telling them what to do. You know what I mean? They're a part of a system. They're part of they're a smaller cog. They haven't got the same passion. They care about their job and their wage coming in. Being an England boxing coach or a GB boxer, why else would you go there? Why else would you? What, to just work with the best fighters? What, they come through the door for a couple of years and then go? Half of them think you're Muppets anyway. Why would you want to do that unless you was going just for the job? So I would never listen to people. So I would box how I was boxing. Now my style of floating around the back foot that got me all the way to world title, beat all these fighters we can talk about in the amateurs, every single time I was told that won't work. That won't work at the next level. Oh, it's all right at this level. It won't work at the next level. Oh, it's all right at this level. It won't work. So really, they just didn't have to cultivate my talent. So all they would tell me is, what you're doing won't work. Change and do what everyone else is doing. To which I said no. And then they'd put someone else, and then I'd beat them. And then I feel like they didn't like it then, that everyone that they kept picking over me, I kept beating like the year after. And I was the number one again the next year, the number one against the next year. And even to this day, they laughed at me when I turned pro off GB. England coaches GB, they laughed at me when I was 20 years old, turned pro. He's not going to do nothing. He ain't got this. He can't box like that. And then I would say, arguably, from especially the percent of change from what I first started into to now, I think outside of like an AJ or an outside of very, very top breakout fighters, from where people around him thought they would go to where they actually went, I'd say I'm probably, you know, one of the highest trajectories, I'd say, out of that whole crop. And there's some good fighters on there. All the good fighters seem to be my friend as well, because real recognise real, and all the ones with the little insecure and the little bitchy mindsets, that was found out in their journey of 12-round fights. You know what I mean? You know, once it started getting a bit too hard and they weren't actually good enough as they had been made to believe by like 6 years of wearing a GB tracksuit. It was like I was there 6 months. I hated the place. I'll be real. I hated that place. It was like walking into like what's meant to be really working class sport and everyone's for the lads, and walking into like a football team. Everyone cliquey and had their own little thingies, and people talking about each other but being all right with each other, and coaches pretending they like this one but then slagging them off. Like, it was literally like something out of EastEnders, and it just weren't for me. So I lasted there 5-6 months, fucked them all off and went pro. And now this is me just underlining that I made the right decision.
Underlining making the right decision. What will it mean to get the win on November the 30th?
The same as everything, man. A fight's a fight. I love the fight more than I love winning, so I don't worry about the win. I just know I'm good at fighting enough to win most of the time. So I'll prepare as well as I can, get myself fit, eat right, and give myself the best chance to win in the fight. But like I said, I love the fight. I love this fight as well because I know it's good action. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And so are we. Listen, Sunny, I know there's others that are going to want to speak to you, and you're going to be on the main stage in a bit, which I'll be listening to with a keen ear. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the best. Thanks for taking the fight. It's a fight that we do want to see. And I'm going to say...
Taking the fight. I made the fight.
Made the fight.
And then take it. I made the fight.
See,
it was them taking it.
Them taking it, Sunny making it.
I'd accepted 2 months before my last fight.
Okay.
That was about 4 or 5 months ago now. That was ages ago now. 29th of June, wherever that was. 2 months before that, that's when I agreed this fight. The purse, the 2 locations it could be that I was okay with.
You're just getting on with it.
My brain, my ADHD, I can't be thinking about the same thing for 2 weeks, for 2 months. Nah, barely 2 minutes. I know where there I am. If we can't do it, we can't do it. I'm willing to walk away from stuff. If you're not giving me what I deserve in whatever category that is, I will walk away from the table. I never had to do that because I've never asked for more than I've ever deserved. So I've always got what I've asked in every single negotiation I've ever done. There's never been someone that's been left at the table on my side. But it's just not weeks and months. It's, you're offering this, give me this and you got it. And I usually get this. I'll be wrong.
Listen, I'm coming towards the end of 25 minutes. I know there's other people that want to speak to you. May the best man win, Sunny, and thank you so much for your time.
No, I appreciate it.
You know what I mean? This is my new unbiased self. May the best man win.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.